New at 10, a community meeting was held in Chicopee tonight to discuss the impact of inadequate funding for its schools, and it's part of a statewide initiative to increase money into the school system. Western Mass News reporter James Villalobos at the meeting. He joins us now with more. James.
Yeah, Jeff, so the message behind tonight's meeting was simple. It's the fact that they believe public education matters. Dozens of parents, students, and educators made their way to Chicopee High School Thursday night to discuss the lack of funding in Chicopee schools. One of those in attendance included second grade teacher Kara Gauthier.
Teachers by nature always buy things for their classrooms, but the past few 5-6 years, maybe even a little longer, we have to buy more things.
She says that she sees the issue of underfunding in our schools from both sides, considering she lives in the city.
I don't want taxes raised necessarily, but our children are our future, to quote Whitney Houston, and if we don't do something to change the way things are funded, what's going to happen? We're not going to be #1 in the country anymore.
Laura DeMarcus is the president of the Chicopee Education Association and tells Western Mass News that many didn't know how bad the situation is.
People were not aware how much we were underfunded by. They were not aware how little their students had to work with. And now that they're becoming educated about that, hopefully they're going to step up and they're going to go out there and they're going to organize and they're going to let their legislators know.
What exactly are they rallying support for? It's the Education Promise and Cherish Act, which would increase state funding for public education by more than $1.5 billion a year.
Our money depends on how our kids do on the testing. If they had the money in the first place and had the resources they needed to back that testing up, our ELLs had the resources they needed, our SPED students had the resources they needed, our social and emotional kids could have a counselor to go to.
Just one town over in South Hadley, Scott Bollier, president of the South Hadley Education Association, says the issue desperately needs to be addressed.
To have these services come back, or have the possibility of having smaller class sizes and services come back, is huge, and it can only benefit South Hadley, the state, and the country as a whole.
Please do the right thing by our children.
And the first hearing on the Promise Act will be taking place tomorrow at the State House. In the studio, James Villalobos, Western Mass News.